Okay, so in this video, I'm just going to be breaking down the anatomy of this ad, which has been giving us 149 leads for $18 a piece. And out of these 149 leads, we've had approximately 28 patients showing up at the practice. So, and that's within the space of about a little over 1.5 months since we started to run this one. So I'm just going to kind of talk you through why this works so well and how it looks and everything, and give you guys a bit more insight if you're running ads for your own practice, and you're maybe not getting the lead flow you desire, right? This has been a real hit for us. This has worked really well, so let me show you, all right? So first things first, the most important part is obviously the video itself. So I'm just going to play this and then go through it and kind of break down, right? So it's very short. Hang with me here. Okay, so the first thing you'll notice is probably that this is really ugly. Like, it's not, pretty or branded, and it's not even like really cropped in a good way. So yeah, it's like, visually it kind of looks ugly, and like these big black boxes and whatever. It's not pretty, but the thing is though, it doesn't have to be pretty in order to resonate. All an ad has to do is get your attention. This is the whole point of this thing, is to get attention from our target audience, right? So in this case, moms, right? And the first things first seconds of an ad is always the most important. So what's going on there is we're just having this big blob which calls out our avatar, which is moms in this area, and their immediate pain points. And this is like the surface level thing, which like they all, everyone that comes to us basically has struggled with one of these things. Back, neck, shoulder, or hip pain. Probably most common things people would see us for, or the chiropractor in general. And immediately when you play this, right, there's a song and there's the adjustment going on in the background. So here in the background is basically a sped up clip of an adjustment. And this is part of the reason why it works so well, right? So like I said before, you need to get attention. That's the chief function of your ads. And what gets attention is really things that are easy to consume and that keeps you engaged. Like, people will want to keep on like watching and listening to this video because they get stimulated. And that's the reason why we do this sped up video. So it's like, we turn up the speed so that things happen quickly, basically. And we add this soundtrack, which is basically as music, was trending on TikTok at the time, and it just stimulates people a little bit more, so it's easier for people to keep on watching it. Now, after this first 3 seconds, we pop up with another thing here, which is basically the solution to their pain point, right? So we offer you pain relief fast start, exam report, adjustment plan, and 50-minute massage, which is really, what we present as the solution to their pain points. And let's keep on watching. And then we come in here to celebrate the new year, $49 for new patients. Now, you'll notice that this makes no sense because as of recording this, it's the 8th of July. So, I mean, more than half of the year has already passed. But it doesn't matter. As long as you give people a reason for doing something, it will resonate more. Like, people will find this more attractive if it's to celebrate the new year, even though it's July and like it logically doesn't really make sense. It still kind of works psychologically, right? And that's the point. Anyways, then you also have $49 for new patients. So this is basically our offer. We offer this painkiller solution for only $49, right? And then as we keep on playing this, there's not really more text except for the very end here, where we remove the price and instead just say more information in the caption. What happens here is just we give people time to read this basically by playing this adjustment in the background and just letting people watch. So as far as the video go, that's pretty much it. This got a bunch of comments and everything and a lot of leads, like you saw. But what you can learn from this, if you're doing this for your own practice, make things that are engaging and stimulating. Like seriously, it doesn't really matter how you want things to look. It doesn't really matter what you want to say. What matters is what your audience wants to see and hear and what keeps them engaged and interested, right? So, ugly stuff like this with like this loud blaring music and like sped up adjustment and stuff, it's keeping people engaged. It's keeping people watching, and it's getting people to actually engage with our offer, which is the kind of core thing, which makes them actually take the action to become a lead, right? Now, quickly, I want to touch on the copy as well, because this is another element which is important, and it follows a very simple structure, right? So we call out the target audience here in the first sentence. Very important you do this, and then we immediately talk about a pain point that they do experience. So this pain point, we've been using this for tons of ads. It's resonating really well. It's tired of living in pain and never getting around to doing anything about it. So this is the kind of state in which a lot of people who come into our practices through ads living currently. They know they have a problem, obviously, because they feel it in the body, they feel their pain, but they never get around to doing anything about it. Like they'll be feeling this pain for months and months and end before they actually finally take action and come in for some help with it. So that's just a latent condition which you can use, and it's a pain point that many people are struggling with, right? And if they do, feel targeted by this pain point, they're naturally inclined to read more. So they click this out and then they can read the full thing, right? And we follow up directly with another pain point, which is there's nothing worse than living with constant pain, but between work, dropping off kids, and all other responsibilities, you never get around to doing anything about it. We've helped hundreds of moms in our community to get back to pain-free and healthy lives quickly and efficiently. Back pain and misaligned hips, neck pain, numbness, sciatica are just some of the many problems we help fix. So what we do here is we kind of reinforce the pain point. So, we have some pain here, we double down on it here and make them really aware of what they're struggling with. And then we serve them with the painkiller solution, as my mentor calls this. Shout out to Jimmy Mitchell if you're watching. This efficiently positions us as the actual fix to their solution. As the actual fix to their problem. So it's not just like, oh, come here, claim this offer. It's more like, we're going to help you make an impact in your life, right? And that's something that's way more interesting for people. And it also positions us better for later down the line when they do come in to the practice, right? And then we just follow up with, at our practice, we're offering to our area our total pain relief fast start. That includes your first life-changing assessment, 30-minute massage, x-rays if needed, data exam, doctor's report of findings. And this is just a value stack, is what this is called, where you break down each element of what you do in order to enhance the perceived value. So you could say like that most of these things are already like included in the new patient experience or whatever, but it's way more enticing if you break down into the parts so that people can understand what they're getting, right? We offer this special over 3 separate visits to accommodate your schedule, which is just another common objection you'll get. You might get leads, and then if you try to schedule them, a common objection you get is like, oh, I don't have time, right? Like it's, I can't make time to come in this week, or like I can't make time to come in with my work schedule. So we kind of just like pre-frame this by saying we offer it over 3 separate visits to accommodate your schedule. So it's like we already kind of, when they read this, they might already be thinking of how will I make this work scheduling wise. So we kind of already show them that we've thought about that and that we have a solution, which is we spread it out over multiple appointments so that you can make them, basically. Make today you finally get on top of your pain. Click learn more to start your journey today, and if you schedule your appointment within the first 10 minutes of signing up, your massage will upgrade to a full hour with no extra cost. And then they click here, learn more, they enter this form, and this form is very important. This is where magic happens, guys. So what a lot of people will do is they will have this form, but they will have it auto-populate their information. You do not want to do this under any circumstance, and here's why. When you do that, you will get the information that someone put in when they signed up to Facebook like 10, 15 years ago. like it's old. And if you try to call people using that information, you'll find that a lot of people don't answer because it's like an old phone number which is no longer in use, right? So what you have to do is you have to make sure that these fields in here are manual. It's asking for the full name, their email, and the phone, and they input this manually, which makes it so much easier for you to actually get accurate contact information and to actually get in contact with these leads later, right? Anyways, what you say on this form is very simple. You have this picture where you have a picture of the practitioner, yes, for some good vibes basically, and then you reiterate the offer here, just to get people to remember kind of what they clicked on as well. And this headline is very important. This needs to jog their memory on what they're looking for and why they should continue filling out this entire form, right? So you're one step closer to starting a pain-free and healthy life. You kind of need to cheer them on across the racing. Like if they're running a race to complete this this form, they're now at the last 20 meters and you need to really cheer them on so they can keep up all the way, right? That's another brilliant analogy that I learned from Uncle Jimmy. So if you're watching this, shout it again. You're one step closer to starting a pain-free and healthy life. Send free report Lake Mary Moms, get help with back pain, neck pain, shoulder pain, hip pain, sciatica, and more with chiropractic care. And then we kind of reiterate the offering and some details about the appointment structure. Now, why we have this in here is because like some people we want to read a bit more before they convert, and some people won't. So you noticed I had to click like show more in order for this to show. Some people will click it, some people will not. The ones that don't click it will just like see this, see the banner image, read this thing here, and like remember the ad they clicked on and just fill it out, right? Some people will want to look for some more information, so they click this out and they can read and kind of relearn, you know, why this is the right thing for them. Cool. So that's the anatomy of this ad, and why we've been getting so many leads from it, and why we've been able to, of course, get a lot of new patients from it as well. Hope that helped, and have a nice one.